I see contraband written all over this video.
Hi, Dad. You're probably wondering why I'm showing you this video, why you're watching me in front of a blank map that reads forecast. Yes. I was thinking the other day, thinking about childhood. And unfortunately, the thing that I remember about childhood the most is, no offense, you yelling at me. For example, Donovan, do your homework. Donovan, don't waste your food. Donovan, shut the front door. What do you want me to do? Air conditioning the entire neighborhood? You remember that one? That's the one that rings through my head constantly. Air conditioning the entire neighborhood. Which brings us to this. I was going through some information the other day, and I found a lot of information that you might find very relevant. And I warn you, some of the following you may find disturbing, but it's real. I have facts. See? Facts. All right. So this is a cold front. In the middle of July, a cold front in New Orleans. Mini cold front. From the south, the banks of the river to the lake. Between Metairie, River Ridge, Harahan, Carrollton. Why? Why is there a cold front here? Oh, that's right. I left the front door open. And now we're air conditioning a 5 to 6 mile radius in the metropolitan New Orleans area. Sorry. Okay, so let's put this into motion. Eventually, if I continue to ignore you, we would have air conditioning this entire swath of southeastern Louisiana, from Pilot Town up to St. Helena Parish, towards Houma, up towards Biloxi into Mississippi, would all be air conditioning because I left the front door open. So it's the middle of July and hey, it's 65 degrees outside. That feels awesome. That sounds awesome. Not necessarily. As you will about to see, it continues to get worse. Eventually, it gets so big, so broad that we're air conditioning the entire southeastern portion of the states. The entire state of Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, even the easternmost fringes of Texas are all now under nice cool conditions because I left the front door open. And this is where I bring out some of these facts. The ones that I figured out were the most pressing. Let's see, where are you? Okay. As of this point, this is 3 days, this event's ongoing. Your power bill, Dad, is now the following: 400 trillion, 327 million, well, 327 billion, 350 million, 340,537 and 57 cents. Oops. What are you gonna do? Take it out of my allowance? You never gave me an allowance. You can't take it out of my allowance. Can we at least have a payment schedule? Nonetheless, I won't have to pay you back anything because you won't have to pay anything. Watch, it gets worse. Eventually, with a system this big, during the summer, it's going to get mixed up with the actual weather patterns of the summer. So eventually, the western winds coming out of the mountains at this point is going to start mixing with the jet stream, and we're going to start pushing all the air towards the east. So now we're going to have a warm front approaching us again, bringing the normal temperatures of the 80s and 90s back towards southeast Louisiana. So we're going to have, during the middle of summer, cold air and hot air fighting each other out. And what's going to happen is, as they're fighting, we're going to have all these tornadoes just spawn all over the place. I'm not talking about like an isolated tornado here and there, like in the Great Plains. No, everywhere. Tornadoes are everywhere, destroying everything on this side of the map. So this side of the map's now gone. On this side of the map, we're going to have all these cold temperatures. Now it starts to mix with the atmosphere and the upper atmosphere, and it gets colder and colder and colder as the high pressure starts to build in on top of it. So all of a sudden we have this non-Arctic yet Arctic, cold front in the middle of July. So we have now a big blizzard, everything from south of where Charlotte all the way through Miami and into the West Palm Beach. All because I left the front door open. Sorry? Does that cut it? I don't know what else to say. So eventually, it's going to progress even further. And this is where the crazy stuff starts happening. Eventually, everything's going to get flooded. Whatever the tornadoes didn't destroy is now flooded. Just massive floods. Not like, oh, my front lawn is flooded. No. I'm talking like 30 inches in an hour, okay? I'm talking about the apocalyptic kind of floods, like Noah's Ark kind of floods. And the tornadoes are going to continue as the warm front continues to progress towards the east. And this is where the fun stuff starts happening. Eventually, Zeus himself, that's right, Zeus, is going to get in on the action. Why Zeus? Why does Zeus want this? I don't know, but I have facts. Facts don't lie. Zeus is getting involved in this. Zeus, he's been bored. No one's worshipped him for like 1,000 years. Now he's angry. He wants to get some action. So he's getting back in the action. He's going to blow his icy, bitter breath onto Florida. Thus, everything from West Palm Beach, Miami, all the way north towards Washington is going to get completely frozen over. Not like, oh, my backyard got frozen in a little ice storm. No. Have you ever seen The Day After Tomorrow? Yeah, that. Completely gone. Just, you could walk on this stuff. So, all of a sudden, the Bahamas and everything, this nice tropical area is completely frozen over. So, if you can continue to progress this, eventually, floods, just gone. Whatever. Don't even have to worry about it. Because it's just water. You ever see the movie Waterworld? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not a good movie. But anyway, it's going to be like the Waterworld, just completely flooded. And eventually, this is bad. Because over here is going to be a convergence zone where the epic battle of all time is going to progress. Because now you have Zeus just blowing his icy breath onto the oceans, where the cold front and the warm front are now going to merge into one. And that's not good at all, because it doesn't even make sense. This now does not make sense. But you know what? Physics is out of the window. Because now, Zeus is sitting here, and since he's over the oceans, Poseidon's like, dude, what are you doing about turf? Poseidon's going to get involved. They're going to start fighting. And because, the other two brothers Hades has to get involved. So because now you have all three of the Greek gods, the mighty Greek gods, fighting to the death over the Bahamas in a blizzard in the middle of July. So as it happens, everything, the warm front, the three Greek gods, all the tornadoes and everything, are going to merge into one thing. This one thing is a new Greek god that I call Gigalopolis. Gigalopolis is going to be the spawn of the warm front and the cold front and all these Greek gods. And he is the Greek god of genocide. Because that's what he's going to do. All right, so he's now going to pass over Florida again, and now we're going to have ice fires in the Lake Okeechobee area and the Everglades. Ice fires? That doesn't make sense, Don. What are you talking about? You know what? Like I said, I have facts, okay? Facts don't lie. I'm telling the truth. Physics is out of the window. It doesn't even exist anymore. So, sorry. No more physics. So, now we have ice fires. And all the flooding, all the water is going to turn into rivers of blood. Because Gigalopolis, the Greek god of genocide, it suited him. He wanted to. And why is he coming back to Louisiana? He wants to find his creator. The guy who left the front door open and air conditioned the entire neighborhood. So, he's going to come here and kill me with his death rays. Sorry, Dad. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't pay the bills. What do you want me to say? I'll do better next time. Happy Father's Day.